The birth of Moses, a baby who changed history. In the scorching heat of Egypt's sun, life for the Israelites was cruel and harsh. Pharaoh, the powerful king of Egypt, had grown paranoid. He watched the Israelites grow in numbers and strength, and feared they might rise against him. So, he made a chilling decree. Every baby boy born to the Israelites must be thrown into the Nile River. It was a terrifying time, but even in the darkest moments, God was at work. In the small, bustling home of an Israelite couple, a cry pierced the air. A baby boy had been born, and his mother, Jochebed, was filled with both joy and fear. She looked at her son, his tiny hands and bright eyes, and knew she couldn't let Pharaoh's soldiers take him. For 3 months, Jochebed and her family hid the baby, muffling his cries and keeping him safe. But as he grew, it became impossible to keep him hidden. The soldiers roamed the streets, searching for newborn boys. Jochebed's heart ached, but she knew she had to trust God. One night, she came up with a daring plan. She wove a small basket out of reeds, making it sturdy and waterproof with tar and pitch. Gently, she placed her precious baby inside. She whispered a prayer. Lord, protect him. Lead him to safety. At dawn, with trembling hands, Jochebed set the basket afloat on the Nile River. She placed it among the reeds, where the current was gentle, and watched as the baby drifted away. Her daughter, Miriam, quietly followed, hiding among the bushes to see what would happen. Further down the river, Pharaoh's daughter, a princess, was walking along the banks. She loved the serenity of the water, the way it sparkled in the morning light. Suddenly, she noticed something unusual, a basket caught among the reeds. "Bring it to me," she told her servant. When the basket was opened, the princess gasped. Inside was a tiny baby, crying softly. Her heart melted. "This must be one of the Hebrew children," she said, realizing the danger he was in. As the princess gazed at the baby, a voice broke the silence. Miriam, who had been watching from a distance, stepped forward. "Would you like me to find a Hebrew woman to care for the baby?" she asked with confidence. The princess smiled. "Yes, please, find someone quickly." Miriam ran home faster than she ever had before. "Mother," she cried, "the princess found him, and she wants you to care for him." Jochebed couldn't believe her ears. She returned to the river, where the princess handed her the baby. "Take this child and nurse him for me," the princess said kindly. "I will pay you for your help." Jochebed's heart swelled with joy. Not only was her son safe, but she could raise him for a time, all under the protection of the royal family. Years later, when the boy had grown, Jochebed returned him to the princess. She adopted him as her own and gave him the name Moses, saying, "I drew him out of the water." Little did anyone know, this child was destined to change history. He would one day stand before Pharaoh, defying him with God's power, and lead the Israelites to freedom. This story reminds us that God's plans are greater than our fears. Even in the face of danger, God can use small, courageous acts, like a mother's love, a sister's quick thinking, and a princess's compassion, to bring about His amazing purpose. The end.